Welcome everyone to One Up Boys, where we're having some more Darkstalkers time. Today we'll be diving into one of the high nobles of the Makai realm, a Darkstalker who thought he knew best how to save Makai after being betrayed by his second-in-command, who let him explode and took over the Dohma castle. Welcome to the history of Jedah Dohma. How he was created. Jedah Dohma was designed by CRMK, who now goes by Bengus, for Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire in 1997. There hasn't been a lot of discussion surrounding his creation, besides the fact that he was designed as two polar opposites, a Japanese schoolboy through his outfit, and the personification of death. From his concept art, he was originally named Belial Jr., with the real Belial being the ruler of Makai and foster father to Morrigan, which would have initially made him Morrigan's stepbrother. This was obviously changed, and he became one of the youngest of the three high nobles of Makai. Jedah's look. Like most Darkstalkers characters, Jedah hasn't seen a design change, especially since he's technically only been in one real Darkstalkers game, with his clothes, like I mentioned, more or less looking like Kuwabaras from Yu Yu Hakusho. He did, however, appear in Onimusha's Soul as a girl in his Midnight Bliss form, which is Dimitri's EX move. Personality. Jedah is a weird dude to say the least. He originally wanted to protect the Makai realm, but could only watch from the sidelines as he believed the ruler, Belial, would say that the natural destruction of the Makai realm was destiny. After the death of one of the high nobles, his second-in-command, Ozum, suggested that he absorb the souls at the Makai gate. Jedah ordered him to open the gate wider, but upon Ozum's inspection, he found it was way too much power, letting Jedah absorb it anyway, to which Jedah died from the massive amount of power he absorbed, with Ozum taking his throne. After centuries, he revived and decided that he could not save Makai like it was now, planning to recomplete life by fusing all souls into one life form and creating the realm of Majigen through his own castle and Ozum's soul. From what you can see, Jedah is pretty arrogant, thinking he knows best for the world, though bordering on a psychotic when people interfere or rebel. Abilities. Jedah is one of the more violent characters in the series, using his own blood to attack, being able to create blades with it. For one of his attacks, he even pumps his blood into his enemies, destroying their cells and causing them to burst. He can mutilate himself for varying effects, such as to split limbs while using his blood to extend reach, without really caring too much, as his healing factor allows him to regenerate instantly. He also makes use of his wings, not necessarily for flying, as he can float without moving them, but as size to inflict damage onto his opponents. Games he's been in. His first US appearance was in Vampire Savior World of Darkness for arcades in 1997, followed by Darkstalkers 3 for PS1 in 1998, Darkstalkers Chronicle the Chaos Tower for PSP in 2004, and Darkstalkers Resurrection for PS3, PSN, and Xbox Live Arcade in 2013. For Japan-only appearances are Vampire Savior Lord of Vampire for arcade and Sega Saturn in 1997, Vampire Savior 2 for arcades in 1997, Vampire Chronicle for matching service for Dreamcast in 2000, and Vampire Darkstalkers Collection for PS2 in 2005. Other games he appeared in are SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters Clash, SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters 2, Capcom Fighting Evolution, SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters DS, Cross Edge, Project Cross Zone, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Voice actors. Jedah has only had 2 English VAs and 1 Japanese VA throughout his short time in the series. On the English side, he was voiced by Travis Willingham in Cross Edge, with other roles he realized being Cameron in Camp Camp, Aced in Kingdom Hearts, and Tahu in Bionicle the Game. His latest English VA for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was David Kay. Some voices he's done are Fort Cruller in Psychonauts, Max Tennyson in Ben 10, and Son in Ranma Half. His only Japanese VA from the beginning has been Ishin Chiba, who has also voiced Officer Chiba in Detective Conan, Sight Master in Phantom Requiem for the Phantom, and Kazuya in Ginban Kaleidoscope. Extra info. One weird bit of info about his wings is that they aren't actually connected to his body. Another weird fact is that apparently Jedah is not his recognized first name, with speculation that it could be Jedediah, a Hebrew name meaning friend of God. One of the only characters Jedah seemed to be actually fearful of was an orphan girl named Anita, who he believed to be the prophesized savior of the human realm. This is also another character whose appearance was influenced by Go Nagai's Devilman. Yeah, Jedah is pretty much just a narcissistic psychopath, but if there's ever another Darkstalkers game, he's technically not dead and could come back at any point, just like he did in Vampire Savior. Maybe he'll go with a different tactic next time, or he might just try the same thing again. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.